Yo, step up, place bets, this moment's ours. Coming up the mountain, feeling the power. Counting gains, no shame in it to win it. Roll the dice, double down, life's a limit. Kings on this court, ruling the game. From the top of the world, calling my name. No hesitation, just celebration in sight. Raise the stakes, we're living for a hype. Yeah, hit the summit, best high, watch you grow. This the life it chose. Let the stakes flow.
And it once again is a Friday night, a little bit earlier than normal. It's about 8:20 or so on Friday, TGIF, ahead of, man, what a fantastic weekend for sports we got coming up, boys. I am your co-host, as always, SV the Don, a.k.a. Shawnee V, here. Back again on the Built-in Buffalo Network with my guys, Boston Mike and Moneyball Marsh. Boys, what is up? And are you excited for the biggest, most bet-on sporting event in the world coming up this weekend for the Super Bowl, as well as, not to be belittled at any point at all, the Winter Olympics had their opening ceremony today, and I, for one, am super pumped about hockey starting. But what is up, boys? What is going on?
What is up? We're hype over here, man. We're hype. It's a big game, man.
I'm kind of down. I don't know. I mean, my team's only in the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm not really.
Yeah,
Mike's not feeling it, guys.
I will tell you, though, last Saturday and Sunday where there was zero football, like, irked my skin. I had to go to Trader Joe's with my family. Like, come on. I should be at home drinking tailgate, ready to go.
We got a big weekend coming up. I don't know if there's – you might go to Home Depot. I don't know if there's time. There's just so much to do. Bed Bath & Beyond. Come on, dog.
Nothing wrong with Airbnb.
Oh, you know what? I also had to buy toilet seats at Home Depot. You're right. I did go to two stores that day.
One of my favorite bathroom pit stops. We won't get into that, but it is, I have to say. If you ever need,
I still can't believe somebody stole Moneyball. We had this thing.
Tell him, yeah.
No, you don't want to do that? All right, I'll tell him.
Well, tell him. Go ahead.
So it's not me per se. Now, I used to travel a lot for work. I went from Maine to Cincinnati, Virginia to Buffalo. Like, I've been all over. Mad hotels, mad restaurants, everything. Never had the thoughts that my man SV has. So one day out of the blue, he's like, hey, I'm going to meet you somewhere. I'm like, all right, man, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. He goes, yeah, I might be 30. I've got to stop somewhere. And I go, where do you got to go? He's like, well, I have to stop at this hotel to use the restroom. I'm like, that hotel's like 5 minutes up the road, dude. Like, there's a Tim Hortons right here. And he literally on the phone was like aghast that I had said, use a Tim Hortons bathroom. And I could feel like there's the disgust on the phone. He literally drove 7 minutes one way to like was it a Hilton? A Hampton?
Yeah, Hilton property. Yo, there's a method to my madness.
Well, so then all of a sudden he starts calling me from approved destinations. Well, so now here I am going, hello? And I'm like, dude, turn the video camera off, guy. Where are you? He's like, oh my God. He's like, the sunlight is coming in the side window. He's like, I can feel it on my cheek. It's so warm. Like, dude,
that's amazing.
Sarcastic at the end there, but yeah. So then we found out that somebody has a Facebook page and does bathroom reviews.
He does bathroom reviews. Some guy on Instagram showed up in my feed. And I literally sent it to Mike. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we've literally been talking about this for like 2.5 years. About like, I have a rating scale of places that are approved. Like, I'll just give you a real quick rundown of like the quality of places. And anybody that's ever had to use a public restroom, you'll appreciate this. Wegmans, very high on the list of places to go to the bathroom. Home Depot, not bad at all. Any like nice hotel, is on the list. Places you don't want to go, a Tim Hortons, a McDonald's, pretty much any fast food place with potentially seedy characters that attend, but also work.
Oh, Robert's in the house already. What's up?
What's
Let's
up?
go.
I know we're
What's up,
early.
Robert?
We're early, Robert. How
Yeah,
are you, my
early.
friend?
Welcome to the show, man. Welcome.
Oh, it's going to be a big one. Robert,
Also,
we need
shout out
a
to Rob. We need
prediction
some
today.
takes. Yeah, we're gonna need. I want to get on. We already got 100 people on live just about right now. We want a lot of
predictions.
we want a lot of fan interactions and listener fan interactions today.
Right.
That's one of the our sister show, Step Brother Sports. Chris Maz and I mean, we're just like so not disappointed is not the right word, but we wish we had better fan engagement like we get here on the Built in Buffalo network. You guys are awesome. Yeah, here you go, Rob. Yo, put that up, Mike. Put Rob's comment up there. Bingo. I've also Mike knows
Truck stop. Okay.
truck stops are high on the list,
They
especially when you have showers at places. Those are places that it's about the upkeep of said facilities. That's the thing. That's the key.
I think the best loves I've ever been to was on the thruway after Erie. It might be right into Ohio. Seattle 20. All right, we're gonna leave the predictions for later. Don't show them.
Give a quick preview.
All right, we know where you stand. That's okay. Okay,
I like that. That actually would work out perfectly for my.
I would like to get a few of them, and we'll like pop them when we do ours. You know.
No, and you know what, Mike? I was literally just making the point that I think you'd agree with this that. Our regular listeners and just generally speaking on this show, I know we're about a half hour early than normal. We get a ton of great just fan reactions and people chiming in, and it strengthens our show. We feel like it goes a long way. So keep the love coming, keep the comments going. It's more fun for us too. We like to always show your guys' take, as long as it's not something like vulgar or something. We really do this for you guys. I mean, for the most part. So keep the comments coming, keep your takes coming, predictions. We want to keep featuring them. So thank you and please keep it coming.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Robert, for the first prediction.
And the back.
Now there might be a prize if we can get enough predictions.
I
might have something to give away.
I still have a clear pass. I still have a clear pass to give out. My girl didn't claim it. She didn't claim it. So got a 3-month clear pass for the airports. Get you through, skip security line. Not quite as good as pre-check, but real damn close.
Oh, it's better than pre-check, dude, because you walk up and you meet the pre-check people, dude. Like clear is better.
Have clear. Okay. So that just validates my prize. I'm willing to give away
clear is better.
A 3-month prize.
Get you.
Oh, dude, I sit in that TSA line like I'm like king shit, and then those clear people come up. And it's not even the clear people that just breeze in. It's the clear people that they are luring in and signing them up. Like
right then and there. Yeah, right at the airport. Yeah.
Hey,
you want to skip the line, sir? Yeah, come over here. Yeah.
You can either get clear or stop at the line in Mozambique back there. Like, come on, dude. Yeah. Everyone's going to take clear.
You're right.
So, but anyway. Listen, the game this week is going to be crazy. I mean, I know we skipped last week. We had some commitments to do, but just kind of going back. Think about the games that we watched that got these two teams here, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody watched that first game. Obviously, I was rooting for the Pats. Everybody else in the world was rooting for the Broncos. Stiddy comes out and chucks a bomb. They score on the first drive, and I'm like, oh, shit. It's going to be a game. And then just both defenses played amazing. I mean, it was such a defensive game. I don't mind low-scoring games. I mean, I'm a lover of good defensive games, but and then like the snow came. I feel like it just got out of hand. I mean, at that point, what the one point the announcer was like, he literally on third down just threw it out of bounds. And you're like, you'd rather punt? Like you let them
right.
And that kind of got weird. What were your thoughts besides the Pats are, lucky sons of bitches, and they stood them in the wind and anything stood out about that?
you can't be lucky to beat the Broncos this year. I say that's
Very
too
true.
far for sure. But
I
even though
believe
your offense didn't explode, because that's obviously one of the best defenses in the entire league, if not the best. So that makes sense. You guys were held pretty close, and obviously,
plus, I think Drake got hurt at the end there, so
yeah, that's true as well. I mean,
I
with the
saw
weather,
that
everything-
play.
Yeah, it's just hard to really hold it against the Pats because it was close. I think any team in the NFL that plays them, it's a close game. So.
Well, I had to hear from all my Buffalo friends how, we could score that many points on Denver. You guys, we would have kicked your ass. You know what? I was hoping we were going to see you guys in Foxborough. It didn't work out. Flag on the play, Blizzard.
I mean, no, I would have liked. I think it just would have been a better game overall to have the Bills play the Pats, but the Bills didn't make it through. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You play who's on your schedule. You play who's the next in the tournament. I expected a little bit of a better effort for Denver. Obviously, having a backup quarterback is going to somewhat neuter
it didn't help
the play calling that you can do from your OC. But it is what it is. Good for the Pats on making it through in a year that they seem to be a little bit ahead of schedule, I'll say. And what I will say is, if they do win, they'll definitely earn it this week, because I think Seattle, just kind of looking at the season as a whole, I think the Seattle is probably where they should be. Not to say that the Pats aren't, but I feel like Seattle's definitely where they're supposed to be. I think when all is said and done, they probably really were the best team overall, considering like both sides of the ball. Right up there with Patriots. Patriots are too. But yeah, if the Patriots can win, they deserve the Super Bowl. No one's gonna, I think, give them any golf for not for having a soft schedule or something. Seattle's gonna be a tough game.
You can't be upset about either of these teams here, really, for how the season's gone at all. I mean, it's not like you're getting a 8-8 team in there, some crappy matchup. These teams have been dominant most of the year. Talking trash.
Oh, here we go. A new member. Thomas, what do you got? An email address, Thomas?
Thomas? That's funny.
Oh, he's on YouTube. Oh, just remember, the ones who talk trash might be disappointed with a major loss.
Get him, Tom. Someone's got to get this guy.
I haven't even gotten my hopes up yet.
Now I'm disappointed that we don't go live on this channel in YouTube now. Maybe we should have been doing this the whole time.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, speaking of which,
anyway. All right. So the Pats game ends, and then you're watching that game with the Seahawks, and I mean, think about it. Like, they outplayed them. They earned that game. Kenneth Walker looked great. I mean, what were your takeaways from that game?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be pretty close too. We know the Rams are very high scoring, but yeah, I think their defense came to play that game. Obviously, this was their third meeting between the two teams, so I just think they really knew what was going to be thrown at them. And obviously, you gotta hold down Puka, you gotta hold down some major weapons in the offense. So yeah, they were able to do that. Their defense looks solid, and their offense is just done what they've done all playoffs. Get 20+ points and you win the game. So. Yeah, that's all I saw for that.
Hey, listen, they got a game in hand too, right? They had the number 1 seed. They got to rest. They didn't have to play, wild card weekend. I mean, that's something to be said too. See, I wanted to call in. We don't do call-ins, dude.
Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Well, sort of.
Call-ins live?
Not exactly live. We have the Linus hotline. We have to bring that back.
You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, can you share that real quick for Mr. Tom here?
Oh, yes. You know what? Okay. If you'd like to leave a message, it's 716-666-1627. Write it down. I'll put it in the chat here.
You guys remember?
Hold on. 716-626.
The Linus hotline. We share it. Usually next episode. A little hard to do live because we don't really have a mechanism to get it on here. We obviously have the comments here. But if you have a good take, if you can do a voice recording, I just believe it has to be under 60 seconds, right? Or is it 80?
Yes,
Under
I
a minute if
believe.
you
No,
can,
it was
just
90.
say
I think it was
90
90.
So if you
Yeah.
can do a 90-second like voice note, or you can just do a text, and we'll usually do a screenshot of it and bring it on the next
Yep.
episode for all your takes. So kind of like the wine.
And keep commenting. No worries. As long as you don't interrupt the flow of the show, we're good.
Oh yeah.
I will say
right.
one quick thing about Mike. This
Yeah.
just made me laugh.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I know we're gonna get into a bunch of stuff, a bunch of topics here about the Super Bowl. I just thought it was funny. So we have our text message thread, and it's like Mike obviously needs our predictions a little bit ahead of time, so that he can create our graphics and whatnot. And I feel like, and I'm not gonna give away anything, but he wasn't real enthused by me and Moneyball's picks too much. I kind of felt like he was pressuring us. Like, your picks suck. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, man. I just thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, I feel like we were kind of being disrespected on these picks. Homer.
Listen, I'm a good leader. I bring the best out of my people. If me arguing with you brings out the best in you, so be it. Right. Your take could be great. I'm trying to bring the takes out.
Right, Mike. Content is king. Exactly.
Did I tell you I did that to some guy on Facebook? I felt so bad.
No, what happened?
He said he posted like some AI clip, just AI straight. Like he asked AI, almost like Moneyball did in our group when he's like, I AI'd some stats for you, Mike. Like, okay, dude, I'm never reading those, by the way. No worries. So I simply said to the guy, I'm like, hey, nice AI, like canvas free, by the way. Like if you, whatever. So then the guy like semi like attacks me. I don't know if I wasn't really attacking him. Like he had some good points, but I'm like, dude, it would have been better if you wrote it, right? So then all of a sudden I get this other text from him. He's like, well, you know what? You're right. It goes black, and then another post comes up, and he actually types it out. And I had to go on there, and then I like it, and I'm like, dude, you see what I'm saying, man? I drew that out of you. And he was like, yeah, you're right.
Good point. I'll tell you what, Chris and I had a guy I think it was last episode, last week, starting to get into some like politics. And so we had to we didn't mute him, but he was saying a lot of stuff. We had to kind of skip over his comments.
Keep the politics to another.
Keep the politics out, man. Come on.
Listen, everybody's got their opinions. I mean, unfortunately, you know what the other thing I would say about the politics right now is not like when I was younger and you could talk to people. Like you could have an argument.
Yes, you could have a conversation.
You could hang out. Like, I feel like there are people that don't have certain friends anymore. Like I feel like you can't say anything, and like you just like I got a buddy that always wants to argue with me about politics, and I'm like, dude, I finally just I'm like, dude, I don't even watch the news anymore, dude. Like I don't even know. Like you know what I mean?
I don't either.
I'm not doing it, and I'm not involved. So like, I don't know. No. And we're arguing about
something important, right? Nah, yeah, exactly. Like it's fun. I like to keep it sports on here. Obviously,
it's not a very
how they want it. So.
Well, listen. So here's the road, right? So obviously they had to beat the Rams. They had to go through the 49ers. You know, but listen, the Pats beat. Look at who the Pats beat.
Speaking of the road,
look at the Pats road to the Super Bowl. Wiped out the Chargers, wiped out the Texans, beat the Broncos. I won't say anything about the Bronco game. They won. But those defenses were like number 1, number 3, number 5. Like the road that they had in an extra game, I think is going a little underappreciated personally. I think their achievements, and obviously I'm a homer. I mean, I'm going to put on my boy Gronk's helmet later.
Buffalo's own.
This is real. Like, I mean, I'm picking the Pats. You guys know it. Money line straight out. I'm even giving 2.5. But here's what I'm saying. It's not as different of a year. And I know Moneyball, me and you were talking about some of these teams that, they had some impressive scores, and so did the Pats. But, if you're going to play this schedule game, right, and I think that's what kind of people are playing the schedule. I mean, we talked about it. I mean, there were a good amount of teams on that Seahawks schedule that were either the same as the Pats or worse. I mean, really. I mean, and I know we went through it. Everyone go out there. I'm not going to go through it right now, but look it up, dude. They went 14-3. We went 14-3. I think the 4.5 is a little disrespectful. I mean, Moneyball, you tell me. You're the stat guy. 4.5 seems absurd. I think it should be under a field goal. What do you think?
Especially, too, before Moneyball you go. It is a neutral site. So you have to factor that in.
That's what I'm saying, 4.5?
I get the 4.5 argument. I know a lot of people that's a key number in football. We know a field goal is very important. I just think here you look at the two defenses and it's going to be a pretty a battle tested game. You can say that almost for fact, but I just feel like, and maybe it's what the sports books are thinking too, is kind of by that fourth quarter, I think one team is going to have to pull away. I don't think it could be. I think it will come down to maybe even those final two drives, but I still think it'll be like a touchdown difference. I don't think it'll come down to like that final field goal type of thing. So I just think one team will get up and that'll kind of maybe kill out the other team eventually. I just think it's going to be, one of those really rough and tested battles. We're not going to see a 40-40 game or 34-34,
Mm-hmm.
So I just think by that final two drives, that might be what it comes down to. So which would make you think the 4.5 is good. It's just, I've seen it too many times, man, where it could even be 5, a 23-18 game, something like that. So,
yeah, I'm really excited. My favorite matchup in this game is actually going to be the Seahawks offense against the Pats defense. And I think what could swing this game in the Patriots' favor. Now, I'm not necessarily picking the Pats in this one, but if the Patriots can get a couple turnovers in this game, whether it be strip sack, of Darnold, or maybe Darnold could get flustered and throw a couple picks. They definitely could win this game going away. But I think if Darnold plays a clean game, I think it's going to take a couple turnovers for the Patriots to win. So, and they definitely could do it. They've made plays all year. But I'm really intrigued to see how those two units match up.
It'll be so cool to see the matchups. Honestly, I like that these two teams haven't played each other this year. So. Kind of fresh coming into it. I will say it's just going to be one of those games. Last year we had kind of a blowout Super Bowl, which we haven't seen in quite some time. We've had other crappy, low-scoring Super Bowls, but Eagles just dominated last year. I don't see it happening this year, but like I said, I still think it'll be by that final touchdown. So I'll sprinkle in some other plays for this game for sure. I just think a lot of people are going to play it safe and keep it around that field goal, not making extra money. You might have that chance in this game.
That is a sweet looking graphic right there.
That is awesome.
I did not make that, by the way.
It wasn't your Canva skills, no? Oh.
No,
that's so cool.
I did a lot for this show. You will see. We will rapid fire through some shit, but that took, I'm sure, some time. But, I mean, listen, it is amazing just to think that they are going to be in California, West Coast, right? So that maybe is some of the home field.
Yeah, slightly.
You're still cheering. Listen, John, I haven't given you my spiel yet. John, you can't. Don't say it yet.
Oh, Tom tried it from his email account again.
Okay. All right. So he sends a telegram. All right.
Right. A signal.
Now, what I know about the Pats is looking good. Okay. Mr. May is off the injury report the last I saw.
That's huge.
Yep. Landry and Spillane are questionable. But other than that, it's a wrap. Like, we're almost as healthy as we've been all year. I have not seen the latest on the Seahawks because I know one of their guys got injured too, right?
Yeah, Charbonnet is the biggest one.
Charbonnet, backup running back.
Well, he's on IR, but didn't one of their cornerbacks
an injury, practice injury?
Yeah, they had an injury too.
Checking it out right now.
I haven't seen any big headlines about injuries for this week because they've had so much time.
Something happened. I'll find out who it was. His name started with an E.
Go ahead. I keep going. I'm looking it up. Go ahead. Keep going.
I know who it is. But so we're looking pretty healthy. I've got no issues with the rosters going forward. The one thing I would say, SV, I don't know if it might be a strip sack, but I could definitely see some up the middle pressure causing an errant throw, or maybe, he's trying to hit someone on a post a little sooner than, maybe he should or not. Obviously, we've got ball hawks in the secondary. We've got a great defense. So I just don't know. Like, it's funny. Everyone just has written them off. Like, it's funny. Some guys have come around and they're giving them a little bit more credit. But, I mean, for the most part, like, they're writing us off. And, I kind of love that, actually, because –
yeah,
like,
rather be the dog always, I think.
Underdog mentalities, when you're expected to do something compared to when you achieve something that is unexpected, I think it just makes it that much more sweeter. I mean, and look at this, okay? And I had to give this shout out to the sports guys or gullies or whatever he says. They're sorry if I butchered that, but I mean, really, like, we're both in rare air. Right. And I didn't make this graphic. I just found it on a site. I mean, think about it. You guys don't give yourselves enough love overall for the accomplishment of going to 4 Super Bowls.
No one probably ever does that again. I'm not saying.
I don't think it would ever be done with the parody.
If the Patriots Brady dynasty didn't do it, no one's probably ever going to do it again. Like, that was the chance to do it. To go to
no. So, I mean, listen, so that would be the one thing I would say to the Mafia. Hold your heads up high, man. Listen, I beat you guys down a lot. It's friendly interdivision rivalry, banter back and forth.
Yuck.
But, well, hey, man, it's okay.
Yuck. They're upset with you, Mike.
Sorry. Have you not seen our show before?
Yeah.
Well, we got a quick little shout out to Cruise Planners by Amy.
Oh, she is hating on the Pat so bad. Listen, no one in my family will give me any love. Like, I've been searching for some, like, approval. Like, my hands are out cupped. I'm looking for someone to put some approval in, but I just can't find it. Like, it's eluding me.
Are you guys ready for injury report? I got it.
Oh, yes.
This comes credit to CBS Sports. Official designations: Seahawks, Robbie outs, fullback, neck injury questionable. Patriots, Josh Farmer, hamstring questionable. D lineman. Harold Landry, linebacker, knee questionable. Spillane, linebacker, ankle questionable. And then the following note on both teams. Seahawks, most notable development for Seattle is Eamon Worry, their fantastic safety.
Oh, so he came off the injury report?
Carries no injury designation, meaning he will play on Sunday despite an ankle injury. He missed Thursday's session. He was back in the fold today as a full participant. Offensive tackle Charles Cross also upgraded to full participant after being limited at the start. So they are healthy. Patriots, New England also pretty healthy. All eyes were on Drake May. Second-year quarterback opened the week as a full participant, and that remained the case through Friday. So he has no injury designations. He's good to go. Spillane, still actually really questionable. He missed Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. But he's also in Radio Row, telling reporters that he will be a go. So, I mean, that's you got to gut it out. That's the game you gut out no matter what. So I would expect you guys.
The thing that's weird with me is, like, regardless, May is going to start in this game. So maybe there is that factor of, like, behind the scenes, really, how bad is it? They might be downplaying it for the media a little bit, but I don't think that's the case. I think he didn't look bad in that game. I mean, he only threw 86 yards, but I still thought he could move around and do things, that he's going to be able to do in this game. So I didn't think it would be a big issue coming into this one. We shall see.
All right, so we're going to give John a little recap here. So, John, if this is your first show that you've been on, I'd like to welcome you. I think differences of opinion are good. So if you think that you're going to tune in here and get slobbed on your knob like every other Bill show, you're wrong.
There's a couple you can go watch. That's true.
Now, my man SV the Don, Buffalo through and through. My
Media
man
member.
Moneyball Marsh, through and through. Me, I just happened to be born in Providence and moved here in 2000. So, yes, right. I'm in Buffalo.
A guy who also roots for the Bills every week unless they're playing the Pats, I mind you.
Very true.
But anyway, So John, that is the backstory. And I can't believe my own wife
Amy is
likes
coming.
the way that John
Yeah,
thinks.
go Amy. Good job, Amy.
Hilarious.
Thank you. Yes. And listen, I just happen to be the guy that makes the screens and moves the show through. These guys are the stars. I'm here to bring out what all the Buffalo people want to say. They just don't know how to say it. I get these guys to say it because I argue the shit out of them and they get sick of me.
It's good. It's definitely good for banter's sake. I mean,
Yeah, you need that back and
differences of
forth.
opinion. It's good to have it. It is really good throughout the season at certain times for people that are maybe first-time watchers and or listeners. Mike has drawn out and given like an objective opinion where he's like, "Yo, I've been through the ups and downs. I had the best, most dominant run ever. So then be terrible for 2 seasons, not make the playoffs." So recently, and then back up to the Super Bowl. So
go 25 years ago, 35 years ago. I was born in the 70s, man.
Terrible.
Like,
yeah,
we had a Super Bowl against the Bears in the 80s and against the Packers in the 90s, and we got smoked in both of them. So we really didn't have much going on. I left in 2000, and the floodgates go. So I think it was probably me. So it's funny. I moved to Buffalo in 2000. And you guys are droughting for so long. Maybe it is me. Oh, my God.
Let's get this guy out of here.
Oh, my God. Maybe it is me. Holy shit.
Don't give yourself that much credit, Mike.
No.
Hey, listen. I will tell you this. I became a hockey fan in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So the Sabres kind of lured me in. We had the Bruins back home. I really couldn't give 2 shits about that. So, I mean, this city has grown on me. I mean, it's been my home for a very long time, man. It's just I can't change who my inner core is. So that's just how I live.
That more. That is the better way to do it, anyways.
As you talk about it, your family's like, this is who you like. Okay,
that's how you better be your whole life.
Fair enough.
I don't care.
My grandfather brought me to the game and sat me down. Said, "You like the Red Sox and the Celtics and the Patriots?" And I said, "Yes, right. I will follow you." But I will tell you this. My son, who's 19, started out as a Pats fan because I made him a little Pats fan, all the jerseys and all the onesies and all that shit. And as soon as my wife got her little her fingers
on him
into him and then plucked him out. So now he's a Bills fan. I know you can hear me.
There she is.
Now, my daughter was born in New England, in Connecticut, when we lived there for a short period of time. You'd think that would not be much to give to the husband that you adore, one child that could watch the game with you. But no, brainwashes her, Brady's a lady, blah, 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 all these things I had to hear for 15 years. I lost my daughter too. So now I'm alone. So I need you, Bob or John or Thomas or all you people. I need you. Raise them well.
Maybe we could get a live Cruises by Amy promo today.
I tried. I told her today was going to be a big day, but just didn't happen.
We'll still talk her up. Get that business
All right. So one thing that I did want, I know we didn't have a show last week, and I know we really talked these last couple of weeks. Don't try to sound good now being a Sabres fan. Need a shovel.
Take it out. He's digging out. He really doesn't like the Bruins. I can attest to that. I've made him a Sabres fan. Myself and Brandon, a couple family close friends.
Dude, Pearl Street made me a Sabres fan.
Pearl Street. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
When I first moved here in 2000, the first hockey game I ever went to was a Sabres-Flyers playoff game. It may have been 2001, 2000.
Back when it was so good.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, the streets were painted. It was unbelievable.
Party in the plaza. Yeah, dude, people watching.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable. The Stu Barnes years, the Greer years, the Dumont year. I mean, I went through all those. I mean, I can't give you stats, but I mean, just I have a feeling we went to Pearl Street pre-gaming. That was like the spot, man. Like everyone just caravan down there. I mean,
yeah.
Bandits games. I've been to some Bandits games too.
B-O-X. I feel bad for
Anyway,
Moneyball. Moneyball doesn't know
hey,
any Sabres goodness.
You know,
basically.
you know what's funny? Enough
man.
about me, John Robert. What about you? Huh? Why don't you give me a little rundown of who you are and who you like and put it out on the show, John Robert? I'm just playing with you. No, do it seriously. I want to see it. Anyway, so the one thing I did want to talk about, and this is what obviously the whole, and this, I will tell you this, however this happened, it happened. And however it came to be, it came to be. What Terry Pegula and Brandon Beane and Joe Brady and all this everything that happened in the last couple of weeks has quieted down this Super Bowl. The first week was silence. I mean,
true. You're talking about from a national perspective, right?
Dude,
yes, I totally agree.
It was crazy. They weren't even talking AFC Championship game the day after. It was like McDermott or, like coaching carousel. Like, they've been crazy. So I think it's been good for us. I feel the disrespect, but I think the major thing that we want to talk about is this. And I know that you guys have some reactions. There's been some coaching moves. Obviously, McDermott has been unceremoniously relieved of his duties. Joe Brady has been promoted. Brandon Beane has been promoted.
I need to do it like we do hockey. I need Sean's first take on it first.
All right, hold on, Sean. We go full screen. This is your – all right, this is it. This is the SV moment.
So, I mean, I was of the opinion, I've been pretty outspoken about it, that I felt that the wrong guy was let go. I felt that McDermott did not deserve to get axed, and that I would have preferred to see Brandon Beane let go. But, with all the moves that have come after, and with Brady already being on the coaching circuit last year, I think it's pretty easy to assume that, I think he had 3 or 4 coaching opportunities lined up this cycle. He was going to go get a job. Like, someone was going to offer him a job. And I think that I heard from some inside sources that I have that are with the team and around the team, that they really liked Joe Brady in the Bills organization. And it's not really a secret. And they probably felt that if they didn't make a move and let McDermott go, and, let's be honest, he had his share of criticism. He deserved a lot of these playoff failures, 13 seconds, and a lot of other times where his calling card, the defense, let the team down. Now, this past season that's fresh in our minds, is that his fault? No. So he did a great job down the stretch in the regular season and in the playoffs, especially in second halves, making those second half adjustments. He did, I think, he made chicken salad out of chicken shit. Let's be honest. He did a great job. I would argue McDermott probably did his best coaching job this season. With that being said, I think it was time to make some type of an adjustment. You have Brandon Beane, who obviously had the ear of Terry Pegula, and they have to worry that Joe Brady's going to go take a job if we don't make a move. So I just think from a timing perspective, the timing made sense. Now, the optics of that press conference were really bad. Let's be honest with that. It was really bad. They could have done a much better job from a organizational PR perspective to not have as much of a shit show. Again, I have some inside sources, and just even people on the team were a little bit just like a little embarrassed about that. But it is what it is. I think from that point moving forward, Joe Brady gets named coach. I like what he had to say at his initial press conference. I've liked some of the moves that he's made. I think that hiring Jim Leonhard was a very smart hire, right at the top of the list of D coordinators that I want, a guy who's thought of extremely well. Obviously coached his ass off for the Broncos with basically the number one an elite unit in the NFL coming in. He was a great player coming back to Buffalo, had a bunch of picks in his time with the Bills, 2 different stints. Really like what he has to do to kind of come in and be one of these top up-and-coming defensive minds, a young guy, to really change the complexion of the defense. Probably, I would say, very highly likely we're changing our base scheme out of nickel, which I've been longing for a long time. Let's switch to a hybrid front. Well, let's go to a 3-4. Obviously, with that said, there's going to be changes that need to be made personnel-wise with Brandon Beane. But, of course, that's always happened with any type of a new coach that's coming in. You have a lot of guys that are on expiring contracts. and a lot of guys that, you know, you might be able to move on from, a la Matt Milano, Taron Johnson, some of these guys that were, you know, setting a standard in the McDermott Bean era, but they just might not fit Jim Leonard's new scheme. So if you're going to make that change, I think from a timing perspective, it really does make a lot of sense. And just a couple other things that I wanted to say. I like that they brought in a new quarterbacks coach, a guy that just helped develop in Tennessee, Cam, the rookie. I think it's interesting. He took a job in Buffalo. I mean, again, you have an opportunity to work with Josh Allen. I mean, I understand why you would do that. And, you know, obviously Cam showed a lot of promise, but it's Josh Allen, arguably the best player in the sport right now. I really like the OC hiring of Carmichael. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, the guy essentially, you know, he worked with Joe Brady on the Saints offense. They worked together. He's been an offensive coordinator for several years, very successfully, having successful offenses in the NFL like the Saints. And, you know, for the past year or two, he's been a senior offensive, basically like a liaison, a senior offensive kind of quality guy from where he's coming from. So I think the matter of Joe Brady being successful was always going to be very much dependent on who his coordinators were going to be. And one quick just the radar move that I really liked, the Bills brought in, as I believe it's the wide receivers coach, they hired a guy away from the Cardinals, another young guy, very well thought of in circles, has a lot of potential. I can't think of his name at the moment. It escapes me. Actually, I can look it up. But I think Joe Brady, he did a lot of good for this team in terms of, you know, some of the guys he was able to pick up. And I don't think it's necessarily because of, obviously, he doesn't have a ton of, you know, has no experience as a head coach and running an org as basically a de facto CEO. But you have Josh Allen, and guys were literally willing to leave their teams to get the same job, which should tell you something, where they're established in their franchises to leave and take the same job without even a promotion on the Bills. So that should go to tell you that Josh Allen is special. Teams, coaches want to work with him. So overall, I think I wasn't, you know, super high on just the way that I felt they hired Joe Brady kind of, you know, from a position of weakness. I think he's done a great job filling out his other coaching, you know, hires. So they'll have a very competent coaching staff. And dare I say, depending on the job that Brandon Beane does, they could improve actually to next year. So for that, I give it, you know, like at least a B+, A- for the move so far. What do you think?
Hey, so can you see the screen here?
Yes.
So two things stuck out for me. Number one, they gave your boy an F-, which I didn't even know that was a real grade. I don't know who this site is, ML Football. I saw it on one of my on one of my pages, but A+ for the Falcons, Moneyball.
Yeah, whoever's making this loves some drugs, I think.
Is this sat? I mean, the Harbaugh's good.
Look,
Moneyball's an offensive guy, right? He gets an A off rip because you got an offensive guy to develop that talent on offense you got there.
Yeah, sure. If you want to put it that way. I think coming from the Browns, you're probably a little bit more defensive focused, I would say. And our defense, I mean, that's kind of what I thought was the goal, was to – I mean, we got a stellar defense. We had some of the most sacks in the entire league. I think you kind of want that coach to have that mindset a little bit more than our offense, because Bijan, you know, we got some other studs. But A+ for this, I don't know. I don't think he had that much success to really immediately put him in an A+ category. I would rather have Harbaugh or even Robert Saleh moved up on this list. I think you can't have Mike McCarthy in front of a guy who's been with the organization and been on some playoff runs. I know they haven't won it all, but he's done more than Mike McCarthy has for quite some time. So this list is just a little bit bonkers to me, but everything plays out different than you expect. I'm just kind of going off of, you know, even Jeff Hafley, like,
right.
Sure. C for the Dolphins, you know, like that could be an easy F- easily. So
I'm saying if that's a C, like Joe Brady does not deserve an F-. Is this, these people are making this list because he has no previous head coaching experience? I get it. They chose obviously to move on from an established coach of nearly a decade in Sean McDermott for this guy.
Yeah,
so clearly they feel that hiring him from within was the best move. Right.
Exactly. They wanted that big headline hire of, the biggest option possible for the Bills, because I think that's what is expected after that firing. But, you keep it in-house, you can move on from that and still build on it. I don't think you have to fully reset your coaching. So,
right. I just thought
that was funny.
I also feel, let me know what you guys think about this. I've also heard from some inside sources, some of which Mike knows personally, that, and I don't think this is a surprise.
Give it away.
No,
just give it away.
Josh. All right, fine. So Mookie tells me that people don't maybe even be underestimating legitimately how much pull Josh Allen had for this hire. And I know I was not of the camp that wanted Josh Allen to basically decide who the coach is going to be. I kind of was, compared to Brady, I kind of was more, I think, initially on the Dable train, because Dable got in his ass. Dable would yell at Josh, and Josh had some of his best years directly under Dable's tutelage. So I kind of liked having a little bit of a, kind of a hard ass as a coach to kind of motivate him when he's not playing well. There's been times, has Josh been great? Absolutely. But there's been times where he could have gotten coached a little bit harder. You don't want to be coached and have your bosses be your friends. That's the thing. Right. You're never going to be the best you can be. I think that's just common sense in any workplace. But I guess Josh was in all these interviews and really had, I think, a lot more say than people have been letting on. They say, oh, he didn't make the final decision. Okay.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I heard.
Counter reports about it. I've seen some people saying where he still was very upset with McDermott, and then you kind of see other interviews where he's clearly kind of happy with the new hires. I don't know. It'll play out how it plays out. I'm not too focused on the coaching hires. Once I see some preseason action and can kind of feel it out, I'll have a better idea. But as of now, just tackle the offseason the right way. Get your guy feeling good about the new hire. That's all you can do. So
clear some cap space, because we need some cap space, or else we're going to run it back the same team.
We don't have a high draft pick, so
no.
Draft count.
We definitely don't. But like I said, I'm more so just intrigued about what Brandon Beane can get done with I saw that too. With the pieces that they have. Did you see what John Robert? I will say this. Dable did win Coach of the Year in his first year there. See, that's not nothing.
True, that is
obviously not. Went downhill from there. But it didn't have to be Dable, but I kind of sort of like the hard ass type coach, just to try to better Josh. But obviously, they decided to do something different.
Yeah.
So
hey
man, as long as they're good, as long as they play well next year, I said this on the other show the other day on Step Brother Sports. Is it really that hard to think that they add a few legitimate weapons at receiver, either in the draft or through free agency, maybe move on from the likes of maybe Samuel or some of these guys that haven't panned out? Obviously just signed Dalton Kincaid to his 5th-year contract, or his option. So with that, you have most of the offense coming back. If you make a couple little moves, and then with a completely different defensive scheme and change your alignment, maybe an odd fronts on defense, you're telling me that the Bills couldn't maybe be a little bit better next year? I don't think it's really that hard.
There'll be some key off-season moves too. You'll see some big names going up. From Tyreek Hill. What have we seen from Garrett Wilson? There's a lot of good guys. Is this playing constantly?
No, you're good. I was laughing at Amy's question.
Did you just put that on the show? Let's talk about what's important.
That's why I put it up when you had the laughter going. It made sense.
I will.
Who is the halftime show? It's Bad Bunny.
Controversial.
No. Is it Bad Bunny? No.
Yeah.
It is Bad Bunny. Yeah.
I would be probably eating during halftime.
That's the thing. There's even a Turning Point USA halftime show now for the American halftime show. If you don't want to watch Bad Bunny, if you can't understand it, I don't know. I don't think I've watched the halftime show for the past couple of years, to be honest. I couldn't tell you who the last one was.
I will say this. I did enjoy him in
Dr. Dre did one of them. Where Dr. Dre did one, didn't he, with Snoop?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not my generation.
Yeah. That's
Dude.
Bad Bunny was funny in Happy Gilmore too, though, wasn't he? He was like my favorite part of Happy Gilmore too.
He was in there.
Stupid.
He
I
was,
watched that whole movie and didn't even know who the hell that guy was. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, he's new.
I honestly didn't either. I didn't either.
Now, I will tell you this. Personally, I'm not into Spanish, salsa, whatever music. I'd like to go to the Caribbean, but I don't understand it. And I sit there and I kind of nod my head. So I'm not like rushing to watch a guy sing 20 minutes in Spanish. I'm sorry. I'll probably eat some food. I won't probably watch Kid Rock either because that's not even on TV. Like they don't even have that on TV. You can't even switch a channel. You got to go online for that. So I vote for food. Yes. See, that's why we're still together after all these years.
What's the spread? What's the spread like at the parent household sponsored by?
Yeah.
Oh, listen. I'm not even going to tell
Should
you.
I fly in? Should I fly in? You know I will.
Yo, you should.
I've got
Party
my
at the
aunt and
parent.
uncle. My aunt and uncle coming down from New Jersey, and I'm gonna watch it with them. So shout out, aunt and uncle.
Shout out Moneyball's uncle.
All right, shout out on
Yeah.
Uncle. How are you?
Did they watch the show, Evan? Did they watch the show?
Hey, they'll be watching. They'll watch.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you for watching.
All right. So one thing we do every week, if you haven't seen our show before, we did a with the spread standings all year. Evan, Moneyball Marsh, and Mr. Sean SV the Don came in a tie for first place regular season. I, with a Patriot win against the Texans, have a little narrow lead. My man, the hybrid, had Denver last week. So
Man,
he went to.
I can't even tie.
We all had the Pats. Yes, Moneyball, you are technically
He's eliminated.
eliminated.
He eliminated now. That's all right.
Now, if the Pats win, I would assume I'm going to lone wolf the Pats. That's just what I feel. We'll have to wait for everybody's picks to come out. But so that's what we're looking at, folks. We did restart on the playoff run. So these are the 8, 9, 10 playoff games that we had with the spread. So let's see. We did also predict
Look at
the
me.
MVP predictions, and my man Moneyball got all 5 in order.
Mashed it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SV, the Don, and the hybrid gave Trevor Lawrence a little bit more love than McCaffrey, and Trevor Lawrence at the bottom was the only one I got right.
And Boston Mike gave a little bit too much love to McCaffrey over our boy Josh Allen.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you why. Because I if you see the next screen, I gave Diggs comeback player of the year.
Justified. Okay, sure.
And I moved my boy up. Now, obviously, I was rooting for Drake May, and I will tell you, it was a very close vote. If you haven't seen, I want to talk about. Hold on, time out. Hold on. So we ranked the 5 finalists. Okay. My man Stafford got what? 24 votes.
Yeah, they were close. And then
my man Drake May got 23. Okay, so one less. Okay. Josh Allen got 2 votes. Yep. Now, and I always tell you, I think Josh Allen is the MVP because of what he means to his team. And if he were to suddenly be injured, I think the fall off for your team is a lot more than most other teams that lose a quarterback. So I gave opinion on defensive.
Ryan, that's coming next screen. That's coming next screen. So stay tuned.
Coming on, my brother.
You have the screen,
yes.
I assume, Mike, right? Okay.
Yes. Now you just got me out of my thought process. But
Sorry.
The votes, it was close. Josh Allen, he took 2.
Oh, hold on. The biggest, the whole thing ended when some lone, and I want to know who it is, gave a single vote to Justin Herbert. Is Justin Herbert anywhere close? Great court. Okay, whatever. Good dude. He is nowhere near the MVP of the National Football League.
Look at his performance. Was it the playoff game? When did he play terrible? What game was that? When he was getting
well,
killed?
that first playoff game, we just
yeah.
beat the shit out of him.
You
But
don't even have to look at one game. Look at his entire career.
Yeah, he's never won in the
how do you vote for
that's
Justin Herbert in this field of 5 to write him in? Unacceptable.
Negligence.
Unacceptable. Personally, vote for Matt Stafford. Then I don't care.
Yeah.
25-23. I don't give a shit. Don't vote for somebody else. You could have voted for McCaffrey if you wanted to.
Yo, maybe
you could have voted for.
Maybe Mookie did it. Does he have a vote?
I would doubt that. But now,
how isn't Sam Darnold come up to your mind before Herbert?
Yeah, right. Seriously.
He's literally
JSN. I mean, there are a lot of players that I would say are more important on their team.
Dude, I would have took what's his name? I would take the Colts running back over him, honestly.
Even with
in the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor. Yes, Jonathan Taylor at a certain point was the MVP at the game 8 or game 9 or whatever he was. He was averaging 200 yards a game. He was crazy. So then we also picked our offensive player of the year, defensive player of the rookie of the year, and my man SV with a clean sweep. JSN,
yeah.
Myles Garrett, Tet, and my man Carson. So
where did Moneyball miss? Oh.
Moneyball missed. Oh no.
No, he did too.
Oh.
I clean sweeped every single
Oh yeah, you know what? I gave you the crown because you didn't get one earlier. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thanks. Even though I look Mexican or Spanish in my picture, but that's okay.
But
Chat GPT thinks you're maybe you're the bad bunny.
Was that chat about the rookie of the year or the player of the year?
He was asking about offensive D rookie. Rookie of the year, defensive.
Rookie of the year, yeah. So Schlesinger, the linebacker. I thought that was
a pretty clean.
He was around minus 200-ish. I saw. He had like a ton of tackles, like number 1 in tackles for that conference. I don't know, dude.
He was at like a 140 or something, some stupid amount.
Yeah, he was totally deserving of this, and I think a lot of the times with these, defensive, it's kind of leaning towards like edge players, cornerbacks. They get more recognition because they're making some of the bigger plays, but linebackers are just as important, man. If you're trying to make if you're trying to build a foundation for a team, I say a linebacker is even more important because they're kind of like that lead player of the offense. They're almost the quarterback of the offense. So Schlesinger, man, he's going to be a great player for the Browns and clearly someone they need to build on for the future. So
yeah, definitely a sideline guy, man. Making plays.
Yeah. And then we also picked comeback player of the year, coach of the year.
Wow, it's close.
Assistant coach of the year. Nobody clean sweeped here. If I would have just been smart and gone with McCaffrey, you would have saw my big head with a crown, but you're not. Because I just thought the Diggs story, and I know the stats maybe weren't there, but just the story of him being cast off. McCaffrey was just hurt. People gave Diggs away. People like the Bills threw him away. Really, the Houston, he got hurt and they didn't. I mean, he had
a 1 year deal. He was under a 1 year deal though.
I know, but I just thought the story was better. And now you hear him. I mean, the guy is going to be a Pat for life. I mean, he's. I mean, and that's a culture thing, and that's the coach of the year. I'll tell you right now. I know you guys thought McDonald or Ben Johnson. You're watching maybe the coach of the decade. Vrabel has those guys. They are his children. They give it up with Diggs. Just because you're sad, stop. Just stop. Stop putting her up here. Don't you know what?
I cannot. She's a sponsor of the show. I have to put her down.
Yeah, Amy gets stop coming.
She gets top billing.
Top billing.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Hey, I agreed with you though on Vrabel.
Yeah, I said it was 1-2. I only didn't go to Vrabel because I gave it to your boy on OC. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you look at the offensive stats, I mean, Josh McDaniels deserved it just as much as Vrabel deserves coach of the year. So, I mean, was I kind of homering a little bit? Yeah, but I mean, I really believed it. I wouldn't be surprised either one of them won it. I was surprised they both won it, honestly. I figured one was going to get one of them, but I mean, I'm happy that the recognition is there.
I was a little surprised though. Just I guess when you look at just like talking about coach, like I totally agree with you. Obviously, I picked McDaniel. I just thought that for the coach of the year, I mean, I don't know if I would give it a definitive edge to Vrabel, because like really, what was the Seahawks prognostication like to do something this year? I feel like they were just kind of like middle of the road too.
Yeah.
And I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
JSN had a worse record
JSN
last year.
suspended.
Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean? Neither one of those two, they both kind of came out of nowhere this year.
Yeah, I mean, they picked up Darnold literally this year, and no one was really expecting blowout season to make it to the Super Bowl too.
Right.
So
the defense ended up being excellent, like the Patriots. Their offense ended up being really good. Like,
I mean, this guy, to be fair, I love talking about this guy because he's a UGA grad. Even when he went here, he was coaching a high school team in the area to get his first, coaching job. So seeing him at this point, I mean, insanely cool, and just kind of having my own same background. So I don't know. I'm leaning. I think if you were to pick 1-2 on the coach of the year, it's got to be those two for sure. Ben
100%.
Johnson, you can't discredit Ben Johnson either, but they didn't have that final push really that you needed to do that. So.
Yeah, I feel like the Bears scrambled a lot at the end. I mean, they made some good plays, but I don't think the coaching there was I think Caleb Williams just had some amazing. I mean, and listen, it's funny, we all forget how that season ended with that Packer game going through, and then that Rams game. I mean, Caleb Williams, dude. I mean, I talked shit about him earlier in the season. I might have to retract a lot of that. I mean, he balled out. I mean, he balled out in some tough spots. Balled out.
Balled out without our guy, receiver.
Yeah, prediction for that team. You'll look next year; they'll be the conference favorite to win their division for sure. So, I think they'll be up there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The thing with that too is like they were always winning by a field goal. Final play. It was never a coaching like advantage.
Yeah.
Really.
Right.
Well, plus their defense gave up a ton because they were always in shootouts too. So I mean, you can't look at a team that can't stop anybody and say their coach is the coach of the year. I mean,
yeah. I think Caleb though, what really impressed me, as much as we hate to talk about this guy, he really did it without Rome like doing anything. Like Rome was like silent from like week 5 on. I feel like.
Yeah,
he was like the biggest draft decoy I've ever seen. God.
Killed him. Like, oh, what a steal we got after week 5. Then it's like, oh wow. And then we literally are starting Luther Burden III over him by the end of the season, the playoffs.
I know.
God.
Well.
We go.
Well. We start to see each other again here. A rematch. Does anybody remember what happened in the other Seattle Patriots Super Bowl?
I wonder.
Marshawn Lynch.
Who remembers that?
It's only all they're talking about in every interview. Yo, Sam Darnold, what would you do in this scenario? Like, I don't know, man. Let's make some
hands. Hand the ball off.
Hand the ball off. He did not say that, though. And the comments were livid, man. They were like all caps, 1 million exclamation points. Like, dude, you cannot tell your fans when they've lost to this exact team that you would throw the ball. He's like, let me know how many timeouts I got. What's the situation here? It's like, dude, you run the ball. Like,
I saw that was so good.
Yeah, I'll tell Sam Darnold right to his face. It's not like Walker's a bad running back. Sam Darnold's what, 6'5"? Just leap over, dude. Be Josh Allen for one play. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the second pick in the draft, wasn't he?
He was in that same draft. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I had a Josh.
So listen again. I think the 4.5. I think again is a little bit high, but I can see why they're favored nationally. I get it. There's a lot of. I mean, look at what just happened at the Super Bowl or the Hall of Fame snubs. You don't think that people hate the Pats? I mean, that's just bullshit. I mean, it is what it is, dude. People hate winners. I get it. Nobody wants to see us. They hate the Chiefs. I get it. But, I mean, I think that when you look at it, I think it should be a little bit less. But anyway, what do you think about the 45.5? I think that might be too high. What are you guys thinking?
Just slightly, but we're going to talk about that.
It's a tough spot, man, because you know these offenses are just like maybe a slight tier below their defense, but you really can't sit here and say like, oh, this is going to be a 10-10 game. Like I don't picture that either. So it's going to be in that 20 range, and it's like it'll be close, man. With the Super Bowl, they're always pretty on target with the total. You'll see. So I'm leaning the over just for the fact of like I think someone will start out hot, and it'll be kind of catching up, keeping it close, back and forth type of thing. But I think the defenses are getting very hyped up, and people know what the Pats did against, some decent offenses. The Seahawks obviously have played some pretty insane offenses as well. So to me, it's more of a fact of like how much healthier, like how much longer can we keep up this streak of keeping teams to 20 below too. So
right.
I don't know. It's a cool number to see, I guess, at 45.
I'm looking at it as just like if there's no turnovers, like if they can avoid mistakes, like you get to 40 points, no problem.
Right.
So it depends on how many turnovers there are. Or maybe there is none. I think we probably see maybe a couple from both teams. I don't know, but
hey, I'll tell you right now,
both
quarterbacks favored to throw one pick.
I doubt that.
Yeah, they're favoring these defenses, dude. They really are.
I think Drake's going to have to throw this ball a little earlier than he wants, and he's going to have to anticipate, and we're going to have to play really well pitch and catch. I mean, it's not going to be just him chilling back there. I don't see him having a ton of time. I don't maybe see him running for his life, but I wouldn't say that he's going to be surveying, with 7 seconds to throw.
Yeah, if you watch any other ESPN channel or anything, they always put the keys to the games, right? What is the key for these teams to win the games? And for the Pats, you got to make the quick throws. I think last week you guys, it might have been the weather factor too, but 5 sacks on May, I think did kind of throw off a little red flag for some people. But yeah, May's also had games where he's put up 70 plus rushing yards, and if he needs to scramble, he's not a guy that's afraid to do it. So I like that fact for the Patriots.
Absolutely.
You also got to throw in on those quick screens, whatever it is, you got to get Stevenson going in the air a little bit. And you also have to make those passes to Henry. I think he is a very important guy.
He's a chain mover for sure.
Exactly. And if he can't get that going, I think with Eamon Worry and some other Seahawks pieces, man, it could be a little challenging to find those extra yards that they need. And that might be the game plan, but it'll be what can May do? You're always going to face those challenges, but am I ready for this game? Have we prepared those plays where maybe if it's just that tight in the pocket, but May has completed those passes. So it'll be fun to see.
I mean, they're both going to try to run, right? I mean,
of course.
Yeah. You got Kenneth Walker, Travion Henderson, and Ramondre Stevenson in this game. I highly doubt that it's going to be a 50 pass attempt game.
Definitely not. I think
the only way you're going to be able to a defensive game, and just to me, it lends to an under. But then again, you can have 3 scores in 5 minutes, and that's 21 points. I mean, so
that's why the NFL is so tough, man.
That is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The only way you're going to be able to move the ball in this game is with the run. I think the team that actually runs the ball better wins this game, just for the fact of being able to spread the ball more. So
yeah. And I think the money line moved a little bit, right? Money.
Yeah, we looked actually between we all thought the Patriots would be here, so we were comparing the Rams and the Seahawks, and both teams would have been favorites against the Patriots. The Rams actually, I believe they were a little bit more, surprisingly, but the Seahawks now, they were around minus 160 when we looked before that game was official, and now they're minus 230, so about a minus 60-ish boost to the Seahawks, which I think that's just because of how the New England game played out. I think you would expect a little bit higher scoring from that offense, but I don't know. I don't take that game to heart enough.
I'll think about it. We don't win Coach of the Year and Assistant Coach of the Year as an offensive coordinator without a good offense, right? So I think we were third in a lot of categories this year. Drake May was right behind Stafford or ahead of him in some stats. So I mean, it's there. If his shoulder's right, it's a different game. Like you could see that play last week or 2 weeks ago, and he got up, and I'm like, oh man, he took a big one there. And then all of a sudden, the weather kind of came and it masked it a little bit, and I kind of forgot about it. But then you kind of think about it, you're like, holy shit, like, I don't think you threw a pass in the fourth quarter once. Are you telling me you couldn't throw a 4-yard pass? You threw it out of bounds to punt it? I mean, it was that bad. So I don't know. I see us running on them a little bit easier, I feel. And again, I think that two-headed punch, Charbonnet being out, I think that's underrated of an injury, to be honest with you. And Kenneth Walker's good, but he's had some games where he can't get going. And, I mean, think about it. We got Gonzo, Harold Landry, right? Think about it. We got some guys that can play good cover. So we can blitz Darnold and play man-to-man. I mean,
It's so funny. I've joined like a couple of TikTok live, just hearing what other random fans are saying about this game. And it is so crazy. Like, the Seahawks fans will rub it in your face how much they love Kenneth Walker. And I've kind of got the same thing about how much you guys love Henderson. So it's like, which one of those guys will really be the man to do it on this big of a stage? And like you said, I think you guys will have, a little bit better of a time than versus the Broncos. I think the Broncos run defense easily top 2 in the league. Seattle might be top 5 in my head. Even the Texans might have been a little better on the run defense, but for this game, you've had 2 weeks to prep for it. What can they draw together to stop those two-headed monsters? And
sure,
I think they got the weapons to stop it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think any running back in this game will put up over 100 yards.
I agree with that.
You're going under running backs. Like it. I had to go old school. I had to go with the old school colors. My man Pat the Patriot.
There you go.
And the old school Steve Largent, Sean Alexander, Seahawk MVP. Logo, which I thought was fun. Huh?
MVP, Sean Alexander.
Oh, Sean Alexander. Cover of Madden athlete.
Yes, sir.
So here's what I wanted to bring out. Okay. The stats here are pretty close. I mean, if you look at it, right? Think about it. Like I told you, we have a top 5 offense. These guys aren't as I know that I think everyone's seeing those playoff games and they're forgetting what can happen in neutral sites on good turf with good weather, couple weeks to prepare. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be the game that you think is going to happen. I mean, think about it. They have 16 giveaways the whole year, and that's with Drake May. How many fumbles did he have? Right? I mean, we're not going to get blown. So that's why I think the 4.5, I think it comes down to that last drive. It could be either way. Maybe the Pats are up 1 and these guys are driving. I don't know if I see a 9-point lead where that last drive's inconsequential, personally. I mean, if you look at it, these guys have played pretty consistently matched up all year. Now, look, when you look at the defense, it's pretty close too. We don't take away as much as those guys do, but if you look at it, dude, I mean, we're not giving up that many points. They're not giving up that many points. Our passing yards a game is very close. Our total yards per, it isn't that different. So where's this 4.5 coming from if it's not just staying?
One thing I want to say, Mike, could you go back to the screen prior when on the offenses? Yeah. That last line, I said it, I think was where this game hinges on the Seahawks side of the ledger.
They're almost dead last in giveaways. Dead last.
If they turn the ball over, there's a very real chance that the Super Bowl champs are the Pats this year. If they play a clean game, they have a great chance of winning. But like I said, the Patriots, he's been opportunistic. So both teams have been, but they've had a propensity to turn the ball over. That worries me a bit.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with Sam Darnold too is like that. Mess up, seeing ghosts type of thing. Where
he can get on heaters or he could get cold.
Look at that graphic already pulled up. That's hilarious. But yeah,
Darnold, I knew you were gonna say it. I do. You know what? Those ghosts remind me of like Scooby-Doo episodes.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
The chocolate and strawberry vanilla ghosts in like the ice cream factory.
Hey, he's played well in the playoffs, man. I don't think he's actually getting enough credit for the flip around and coming into a new team.
He's been good.
He has got so much hate more than people that don't even start in the NFL get hate. Like, I don't know what it is about this guy that people just despise. And I know he's blown the big games, but you compare him to people like Herbert and some other guys that have, kind of had that same playoff runs with just not doing anything and looking awful in those big games. He's now proving that he can be that player that can come in clutch. And I just think this is that stage to really prove, not even to other teams, but to himself, that he can get this job done. And you got every piece you need to get it done, man. It's like, if you want to draw up that perfect script for him, this is it. I just think that's what it is. I've loved what I've seen from him. I was on his over last week, or not obviously last game, but he's someone that in the back of your head you do question. I told you guys I would take his under interceptions in this game. I don't think he's going to throw one. I think he's going to be ready for this big spot.
You know what? Also, too, to that point, it's like, can this guy actually be rewarded at home? Could this be the game that gives him the status of being a franchise quarterback, or does he have to play on 1-year deals every year? Like, this is it. That's really what he's playing.
All Minnesota had to do was franchise tag him. That's it.
Wow.
That's it. That was easy. They could have had. You went to J.J. McCarthy, right? That soon. Like, you just flipped, threw this guy out. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
I just want to see the guy get rewarded with a contract. You know what I mean? Like, he's still, is he a franchise quarterback? We don't know. He could make that. This could be the statement game where he becomes a franchise quarterback and gets a long-term deal. And just for his sake, I know he's buddies with Josh Allen. Someone alluded to it in the comments earlier. I'm rooting for him. I am.
He gets the vibes that he's like as old as what's his face, Stafford almost. Like,
yeah,
people are like,
he's way younger. He's like 29.
I know he just has that face almost. Like, younger guys like me, you just kind of put him in that bubble, but he's got a long time to play still, and he's, I think he'll last until Stafford if he can stay healthy. And he has the arm strength. He has everything he needs to do to be a viable quarterback for a team, and clearly he can get you to the biggest game there is. So I'm not coming and doubting him. I'm not going to say this Patriots team is going to, be in his face constantly. I give what the Seahawks line, I give their line a lot of credit this year. I think they've had to stiffen off tougher offenses or tougher defenses throughout the regular season. I just think,
Hold on. Who? Tell me.
Yeah, their division.
Hold on. How many games did they beat better defenses than this Patriots defense?
At least five.
You think there's 5 defenses better than us?
I mean, they played in their division. They played those top 2 teams 3 times each. That's 6 games. Those teams, I know the 49ers may have had some injuries, but that Rams D line is no joke, man.
You think a 6 seed Rams is better than the? Okay.
As far as the defensive line goes,
I'm letting you talk.
I won't talk any crap on Gonzalez. You won't hear me talk crap on that backside defense. But if you're gonna move the ball in this game, you don't want all that pressure on Darnold, right?
Yeah.
You need to get those little passes going. You need to just, and not to mention that we got one of the best route artists in the entire league with JSN. I mean, I know Gonzalez will be on him, but if you want to get that player going too, it has to be the short passes right away. I don't think you can take those deep shots on him.
Right.
So,
yeah. Another guy too, I don't want to forget about, that guy that I'm picking as my sneaky MVP, paying about minus 10,000 or plus 10,000 rather for MVP. We'll get to him in a little bit.
I have that. I'll bring that up for you. Yeah, I'll bring that up for you.
I looked a little bit at the
been there, done that. That's your hint. That's your hint.
Now, we did talk Billy the Kid into coming out of his retirement. He said he was done, but he believes in the Pats. I can't believe my man Billy D.
Well,
Billy
in
D.
fairness, he picks upsets, and there's only 2 teams.
There's one upset possible.
Oh, so you're saying this isn't real?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying he picks the upset, and it's only 1 game, so technically he had to
the
pick
upset special here.
right.
Okay, so moving along.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Here is what I knew was coming.
Oh!
So here I am. I'm gonna lone wolf in my Rob Gronkowski Super Bowl winning moment. And I will lone wolf. I will lone wolf those Patriots. I will lone wolf. I'll give you a chance. Does anybody want to come over? One chance.
I'll come over to your house and watch the game with you. I'm not going to pick the Pats, though.
I would too.
Okay.
Yeah, you come over? All
right. Well,
Moneyball, you want to fly to Mike's house?
Hey, let me fly on over.
Hey, John can come too. Bring your dad.
Hey, what's awesome is I got my birthday on Monday.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday.
My birthday always falls right near the Super Bowl, which is cool. Typically, I've been in Vegas the past 2 years to watch the Super Bowl. This year, unfortunately, not. My dad is there, so.
Nice. Shout out to John. Enjoy Vegas. I'm sure he's going to have a blast.
Yes,
sir. Yes.
Well, hey, listen. Analytics, though, before this. Do we want any analytics on the biggest game there is?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
All right.
We weren't done with it, but, yeah, we'll go on.
What has shocked me for this game is if you look throughout the entire playoffs, even those last two matchups for the conference championship teams, you have a lot of the public taking the underdog. And I think it's only because there's so many NFL games left in the year. It's kind of more likely sometimes later down the season where you do get those underdogs to pop out, and sometimes for pretty big odds like we saw with the 49ers beating the Eagles and some other big upsets. So now we get to the biggest game there is, and we got 24% of the bet on the Patriots at plus 195. And then they're actually getting a lower money on total bets. So it's a little shocking to me. I'm not going to lie. It kind of was a slight red flag that you're getting, an 80% clip on a favorite. But I did remember last year where we had that Eagles Patriot. I know you can't divvy up the matchups, but just from an odds perspective, I saw the public favorite last year win. I saw the public favorite before that win with the Chiefs before that again. It's just kind of been a string of like wherever the public's leaning is almost like the right side in the playoffs. And you can back that either way you want. You can say, I want to ride this trend or you want to fade it. I'm personally not going to fade it for the past 4 years. It's a little rare for me, but it's just, I'm not going to want to get burned on a plus 200 team still getting 20%. The spread's a little iffy too. You would typically with an underdog around this, you kind of get a 60%, especially at a plus 4.5, but they're getting right around 40. So it's just like not a lot of confidence overall. I don't understand. I kind of figured there'd be more. So I just wanted y'all's perspective on those numbers too.
I mean, are you saying that they're trying to bait us into betting it, or are you saying that they're inflating it?
No, it's no inflation. It's more of if you're looking at it and you want value, you can pick the side of like the underdog doesn't have that much betting. So, if you want the underdog, it's not on paper a bad bet. So it could be a trap is what I'm essentially getting at. Because there's just no confidence. If you want a team in the Super Bowl, I want the team that people have seen and know is the better team. That's just what it has been for the past couple of years, and I think that's what it stays. So,
what do you think, Shawnee?
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, I agree. I think I like what he had to say here, Jesse. New guy, new commenter. Sam Darnold is the man. I agree.
Hey, Sam Darnold love.
Let this guy, even if he doesn't win, let him ball out so that he can get a contract. I'm all for people getting their money.
Yeah, it'll be very disappointing if he gets pummeled.
Yeah, right. Like the way Justin Herbert did in the first game.
Oh, dude, I thought his body was in like Mansfield. If you don't know where Foxborough and Mansfield are in comparison,
it's hilarious. Yeah,
I felt bad, dude. We beat him like unmercifully. I mean, but he kept coming though.
No, he did.
He did.
He didn't back down. He
totally did.
And I want to say I just know that there's someone out there in the world who has been fading Sam Darnold every playoff week because of what he's done in the past. I just know that has to come into play as far as the betting and everything for this team. Like, would they be getting more if they didn't have Sam Darnold? That's, I think, a better question is, would this be a 90% bet team with Josh Allen or someone better at the helm.
Well, you got to go back to last year, right? They had Geno. If Geno was there,
oh god,
are they a 4.5 point favorite?
Not a chance. I would say he's better than Geno. I was saying someone better, and that would make them less questionable. Essentially, I think there's a little question in there, and could it play out this game where he is back to his old self? Shit, man, I would hate to see it, but could be the case.
Yeah, I'd rather see like a close game where, maybe their defense gives up a late score rather than he gets beat down and just, you got to watch him hang his head. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think people do expect those turnovers in the Super Bowl. I mean, you saw a Cooper DeJean touchdown last year. It's almost expected, but I think these quarterbacks are good enough to play it not safe, but safe enough. Like, I don't think they're going to be trying to overextend anything. You got solid options on short yardage. You got good running backs. Like, you don't really need to press the ball that much. And if you are going to be the team to do it first, it better be a solid freaking pass. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to be the guy that loses the game for your team. And think about it. Drake May is so young. He doesn't even have like a full year, a year, 2 years under his belt. Darnold has been in the league, but he's had some pretty lackluster seasons, and he's not really this playoff tested guy. Yeah, they played a couple games, but they play the Rams and the 49ers twice a year, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So, I would say, to me, it's going to be a close one. I am giving you a chance, Moneyball. You seem to be the smarter of the two bettors. Are you willing to come over to the dark side?
What do you mean? You didn't even show my bets yet. How do you know?
I'll give you one contemplation because I do look. I've never been a full diehard Seahawks fan. I've got some personal stories kind of leaning me them. I also got the coach who went to Georgia, so I got to kind of partially lean there. But the Pats, man, I've won money on them a lot this year. Like, don't get me wrong, this team has shown that they can do it.
They covered,
don't get me wrong. I love what their defense can do. I like Drake May a lot. That's obviously the biggest story is what he's done this year. So, you can't say enough about.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? Here's what I think. I think Drake May being young, being amazing in the regular season, I think that only gets you so far. I really do, and I always tell people this. When the Pats had great defenses, the games were close, but they always took them. You go get Wes Welker, you go get Randy Moss, you try to outscore people, you're going to get outscored, right? That's not what's happening now, right? Our defense came to play. And Drake May, I mean, as much as I love him, he didn't play amazing against the Chargers. He didn't play amazing against the Texans. He didn't play amazing against the Broncos either. So I think the defense is going to really be the thing that clamps down on the Seahawks. I mean, honestly, I don't see them scoring 30 points.
I would give you one stipulation to where I would start betting the Patriots is if they get to that, if they get to above 25% on that total bet, I think that is enough confidence for them to win this game. And typically, all regular season, I want those low percentage, 1% underdogs because those come out a good bit. But when you're looking at one game left for the year, plus 195 is not that big of a return. You're making $95 on 100. So it's really not that unrealistic of an underdog. And obviously they're there for a reason. You can't really say that. It's just matchups, it's everything in total, but there is a there is a formula to winning this game for Vrabel and May. It's going to be how ready can they get this guy? And I think they can. I mean, if you look at some of the other rookie or 2-year, quarterbacks that have made it to the Super Bowl, we haven't been seeing them win at all. We haven't been seeing it from Joe Burrow. We didn't see it from Newton when he made it. Those are kind of what's looming in people's heads too. It's like the vets that have been here for years are finally getting their flowers, and now we got MVP. It's like all these perfect storms of, is this team truly a minus 225 team? And I don't think, unless people are betting them not to be, that they will. It's like, what perfect formula is this? I don't really know, but I'm not going to bet on a team not getting even 25% at plus 195. That's good value in general. So.
Now, who is betting on the Patriots? Puxatawny Phil. You know who that is?
Groundhog.
Yes, sir.
The Groundhog. Because you know what? Every time the Pats are in the Super Bowl, and he sees his shadow.
They've won every.
We go.
Okay. Hey, I
So
like
my
that.
man Puxatawny Phil, if he's in the chat, say hello. And I will tell you this. This one caught my eye too. These are the finishes for MVP. And whenever my man Tom Brady won MVP, they lost the Super Bowl. And every year that he came in top 5 and didn't win MVP, he had that chip on his shoulder and he took home the chip.
I am gonna have to go
No.
I'm gonna have to look at that 2014 year. That is insane. He got 5th and won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna have
That's
to look
nuts.
back at that. That's a little insane. But hey, any trend you can find. There's so many for this game, man. I mean, you can look at even what the heads or tails is going to be and see who wins on what they call for that. It's like endless. So I like seeing it. I like getting into all the little details and seeing what plays out. But
All right, well, here's another one.
oh, let's go.
What do you got?
The largest Super Bowl spreads over the last 15 years.
All 4.5.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Bam. 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 Bam.
So this is like basically what I'm seeing here is like the big favorite still wins on that trend, but they're just not covering, essentially.
Yes.
Sometimes the underdog will
Interesting.
squeak it out, but wow, that's interesting.
I thought that was a pretty interesting stat there. You know, one thing, listen, to not go crazy on this, I wanted to put this up there. What do you guys think of this? All the games, we have 9 international games this year.
They just keep it trying to expand the game. Like, you know, they're going all over the
Australia. Australia, that's pretty fun.
You know what? I like it for the game, the NFL in general. I just don't like when your team loses a home game. That's all.
Yeah.
You know,
Very true.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think the Bills will go overseas with the first year at Highmark. So I'm not anticipating my wife and I traveling this year. Unfortunately, I just think that they're not going to want to take them out of Highmark unless they give them an away game. Because listen, the Bills fans do travel. I mean, those London games, they're packed. I mean, the one I went to was 90-10 Bills Jaguar fans. So I mean, maybe they take an away game from them. I just thought it was. Think about it. They got a new location in Paris. They got a new location in Melbourne, Australia, Rio,
cool.
and Brazil. I mean, they're really reaching out, and we wonder why they're speaking Spanish at the halftime show, right? I mean, is that really, far fetched that they're trying to get the rest of the world into football? I don't think
it really seems that the NFL game is like the most theater that there is, whether you think it's scripted or not. It tends to play out as like the best theater of like any of the major sports, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
So
I agree.
And I mean, it's like you said, it's good for the sport, man. You get out there, kids come to these games. We got a lot of good players now coming from other countries that are making impacts on teams, and I don't think should be any bias. We want only Americans, in the NFL. I don't think that's the case for any league. I watch the Braves every year, and let me tell you, Ronald Acuna from Mexico is quite the baller. So even Puka Nacua, like there's so many guys that'll come from anywhere and be ballers, man.
Did he flip-flop? We have breaking news here. Hold on. Breaking news. And this was going to be one of my comments going after this segment when I talked about how disappointed I was when my man, the GOAT, Mr. Brady, said that he did not have a dog in this fight and didn't pick anything when he was pressed. But I was just told by my assistant, my lovely assistant, that he has since backtracked and has possibly given in to the pressure. Yes.
I know y'all were pressuring him on that. I saw.
Dude, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I get the whole ownership thing, but I was a little taken back as a diehard 10 jersey having Tom Brady card carrying member. Yes. What is that?
I can't do it. I got the green screen.
What
I'll
is
show
the
you later.
background?
I saw it for a second, but what is it?
Amy Cruises by Amy sent me a hilarious picture of you.
Oh, love
Don't
that.
even try. I know what
That's
she's
great.
doing.
It's great. She's AIing. She's AIing right now live.
I
It's
know
great.
what she's doing.
I
Anyway,
can't
listen,
say,
like
it
I
looks
said,
awesome. It looks awesome. You can't
I know
see
we
it.
talked about the halftime show. I just think that is one of the which one? That's the one you sent him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, I
thanks.
will say
looks
I'm not
great.
a fan of having to get up at 6:30 sometimes to watch these international games.
Oh, yeah. I
they're-
know.
Dude, what's gonna happen in Australia, dude? You're gonna be
Yeah,
like
I'm
2 in
gonna
the
be up
morning.
for 24
I,
hours.
I didn't get up for any of them. They just like, oh, a game
Yeah, I
already
know.
played. I forgot. You
Like,
know?
Now the
luckily, I was-
9:30 games. Oh, dude, imagine if you live in California, dude. It's 6:30 in the morning, and you're watching a football game. Like that's crazy.
I don't know, man. If it's a Sunday, you have that sleep in mentality. It's the day before you come back to work. Like, I don't want to. I'm someone too, man.
Yeah.
I care about watching like 98% of the NFL. I will sit here, man. I will watch a Raiders and Giants game, and if these are two good quarterbacks or whatever, if Genty's going off, I will happily watch. So, just I don't know. The timing is awful, dude. I hate waking up and it's a halftime game, and maybe I placed a bet the night before on it, and I'm one of those guys where I think stuff changes if I don't watch it. If I wake up
Right.
at halftime,
It's
I'm like,
you, man. It's you. You're the one.
So yeah, I'm that guy. I don't like it.
How about some picks? We got time for some picks.
Yeah, let's
do
let
that.
Let's see. Well, I
got?
know. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. I know we only have a couple. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got? Oh no! You know, hold on. We had some fan. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you
So
go.
I did pull out a few of our better takes this year. More questions. A lot of people say, Mike, you suck. The Patriots suck. Like I get it. Okay. But add a question to that, and we'll put it on the show. Don't just beat me down, unfortunately. But here was the first. Now, this one here was anonymous. I wish we would have got their name. I'm sure you're going to talk about McDermott's fiasco, but I seriously question the sanity of this ownership. They don't want to get the players we need and then elevate the guys that have squandered the last few years of Josh's prime. He's not getting any younger. Now, I would agree with a lot of that statement. I'm not sure if he's long in the tooth yet. I know he's coming off an injury and a foot surgery, but I mean, I wouldn't say that, he's not going to be in his prime for a few years. I mean, what do you guys think?
Totally.
I don't question the sanity. I mean, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I think it was a little premature possibly with McDermott, but then again, the definition of insanity, if we're talking about insanity, is doing and repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. Definition, look it up. So I think we're doing the exact opposite of that, honestly. But it's just going to be how it plays out.
I mean, there are other ways to be insane. I mean, you don't just have to be repeating the same insane thing. I mean, insane people do insane things. I mean, he's questioning the sanity of the ownership, I'm assuming, because he would rather see my man McDermott stick around. But I don't know. Does he want Bean and Brady gone? I mean, is that what that take is about? Or
ooh, hot take. Ooh.
oh no, listen. She's
It's not a
just
bad thing.
hurt. She's just hurt. That's it. She's wounded.
There
The South season ended.
There are a couple teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
All right, here's one for you, SV the Don.
Ooh, Brandon,
Any-
my guy.
Any over under player props that you're targeting? And I think you sent me some.
I did send you some, but I also
Let me
have
see.
under
Make 'em
overs.
big for this. This is a target.
Yeah.
Make them.
I do have my number one. Moneyball kind of alluded to this. You guys kind of spoke about this. I didn't send this to you, Mike. My number one, I think, player prop I like in this game. A lot of man coverage by Seattle's defense, where guys are turning and running. I do absolutely like Drake May's over. I believe the number was 13.5 as his longest rush. I very much like the over for that.
13, and that's a good run.
Well, but I'm saying, when they're running off the coverage and you guys are dropping back and they're just running man to man and out of zone, as Seattle likes to do, there's a good chance that he's going to be able to run for more than 13 yards one time. So I do like that.
typically you see too with quarterback rushing yards, you're not going to get both to hit the over. And I think you kind of lean May hitting the over Darnold in the rushing category.
It's just more athleticism for sure.
Yeah.
Mike, I think we do have maybe a couple more in the, I don't know what you brought in as far as screens. I think I did have a couple other props for players. I don't know if you have
let's
them.
see here. I know you
don't.
had.
I have them. I have them on my phone. If you don't have them,
Well, we got here. You go. Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Cooper Kupp
these
over
are all player props here. So I have some anytime touchdowns as well as a couple pick for MVP of the game. But yeah, this is basically a parlay that I like of all things to hit. Cooper Kupp over 40 yards receiving. Moneyball alluded to earlier. JSN is going to be getting D'd up by Christian Gonzalez. I like Kupp. Kupp has that big game experience. Diggs, big game Diggs, 50 plus yards. I don't think there's any. I mean, he's going to probably be one of the, if not the go-to guy in a big game, a guy that you can trust his hands 100%. Butte, I like him. 25 yards doesn't seem like a lot. He can get that on one catch. Anytime touchdown. Now, this is one that I kind of sprinkled in. This is hit or miss, but as Mike and I were talking about the game,
1,200.
Plus 1,200 for anytime touchdown. And Mike said if a guy is going to get loose for a long one on the Pats, it's going to be the rookie Kyle Williams. Ramondre, 50 plus yards. I think he gets that easily. And then also I like, and I have a separate screen for just touchdown props. I like Kenneth Walker to get an anytime touchdown as well as Stevenson too. So those are kind of some of my picks. I mentioned the Drake May.
I got some more here. Let's see. I know this one you sent me here. So this is
my actual bet for the game. Little 2-team parlay. I like the Seahawks. I mean, I like, as a straight bet, I like the Seahawks to win. You're not really getting a ton of value on the money line, so I like Seahawks minus 2.5. Obviously, to cover a field goal, worst case scenario, I believe they will win. But just to kind of play it a little bit safe, you get exactly even money here on plus 100. Seahawks plus 3.5, even if they lose at the gun, you're still covering a field goal. And I like the over tweaked down slightly. I think both teams get close to, if not over 20 each. So therefore, over 41.5 is not a stretch. Obviously, they agree at minus 160 because you're buying it down a couple points. But yeah, to get exact even money on those two, I think it's pretty good value.
Yeah, I love that play, actually. That play is awesome.
And then this one, I wouldn't parlay these, but these are just kind of some shots on anytime scorers, like single bets. Obviously, they mainly play plus money. I believe, I think that the Kenneth Walker is minus. I think it was like minus 180. So that one is not a favorite, but the other two they play plus money. Ramondre in close, he's going to get those goal line carries more than likely, being the bigger back. Rashid, I could see him getting a punt return touchdown. I could see him maybe getting loose on a long gadget play or something. He's kind of the guy they brought in. They traded for him this season, gave a draft pick to kind of spice up their offense and add that speed element. So I do like that. So I think all those guys are solid plays to get into the end zone. Shaheed, obviously a little bit of a long shot, but he pays. And then I think the last screen I had also was some MVP odds. And my number one play, let's see if Mike has it up. Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I do have it. Yes.
MVP usually comes always from the winning team. So obviously with me giving the Seahawks as my pick, I have 3 guys from the Seahawks. I have Darnold, obviously the quarterback, JSN, great value. But man, the guy that I put a couple dollars on for sure, Cooper Kupp at plus 10,000. The guy already has an MVP to his resume. Been there, done that. Throw a couple dollars.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I'll say that.
10,000. Holy shit.
Do I think he wins the MVP? No, but
no. I mean, it's a long shot for a reason. But
yeah. You got to
when you factor in JSN, going to be locked down, or at least matched up with the number one corner, Cooper Kupp, working some intermediate routes, maybe moving the chains, being that number 2 option. And like I said, he's done it before. So, I mean, it'll be a great storybook type of play. And at that odds, I mean, you throw $10 on it. I mean, that's a nice little payday for you. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
I looked at just the category for the MVP, and they got quarterbacks for either team at like minus 215 right now. and then obviously wide receiver, then running back. I think the wide receivers could come out, man. I think all teams, I mean, even Diggs, that could be the guy that they need to rely on in this game. And if he has 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards, Diggs could be the MVP. Like, no question.
Could be Diggs, 100%. Diggs, I can see Kupp.
What a story that would be, really. Super Bowl MVP compared to where, and that would be the comeback ultimately of the year.
The better award almost for him.
I think so. Totally.
I looked at it. I'll verify what those are.
All right. Well, here, I know we were talking about it here. This next one, my man Otis in Buffalo. Who do you guys think will be the MVP on either team if they win? So I'm looking for both. And do you think we see a defensive or special teams touchdown? I know you just said Shaheed. What do you think, Moneyball?
I don't think we see a special teams tutty in this game. I think there will be a turnover. I think it'll be a fumble. And I'm actually predicting it to be a Drake May fumble. I watched a couple clips of him running the ball. I saw him getting punched out.
You're like a loaf of bread a little bit?
A couple times. The Seahawks, they play a rough defense. I know they do the same thing the Pats do. You got to convert to the ball well. And if they can pressure him and get him on the run, I think that fist can get in there at least once. I don't think it turns into a tutty, though. I think we got that last year. They always put crazy odds on it, and I know people were playing it last year. People will be playing it again this year, but I don't see it. Just for how good the defenses are. Like, it's almost expected for a lot of people that there will be a takeaway and a tutty. I don't know why, but it's tougher for that to happen. Let me say it that way. So.
All right, think about it. Jay Boss had the Patriots D last week as a anytime touchdown the first time, and they didn't end up scoring. They did a good job of limiting Denver's offense, but you think maybe Stiddy would have, if the weather was better at the end of the game, maybe he does throw a pick 6 or something. Obviously he threw that one to Gonzalez at the end there, but So that was one that didn't hit.
If that went on for one more quarter, he probably does do that, to be fair. He's tired of getting corralled in the back of the line. So.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Aaron in Niagara Falls. Coin toss. Heads or tails? Tails never fails. Question mark.
Tails.
Are you a tails caller?
Tails, it never fails. No, that's where we grew up. It was tails never fails always.
But everyone somebody has to take heads.
Well, if I'm calling it, I ain't calling heads.
You're never calling heads ever?
Always tails.
A lot of people are like that. I've always liked heads. I don't know why.
That's something that's very like a personal decision.
Yeah.
I'm always calling tails. And Moneyball's always calling heads.
I don't know if I have a preference now. The more I think about it.
So you're the third category. You just
be in the middle
at the moment. Okay.
We'll feel it.
I kind of I kind of like heads or tails. I kind of like think about it.
All right. There's 3 options for you.
I will say I'm wrong a lot of the time. I pick heads though. It typically is. I don't know why, but it typically is. If I'm gonna bet it, I would probably bet tails. Personal opinion, heads. So.
Gotcha. Well, listen, Sean, I know you did have some hockey to talk about, right? You want to talk some Olympic hockey?
It's not. Listen, I can't. It's not just puck. We have the Winter Olympics starting, but I would say, humbly speaking, I would think that the hockey is probably the number one sport that people tune in for. I would say for Winter Olympics. Would you disagree?
It's not curling or.
Curling.
The luge is cool.
What's the luge? You talking about bobsledding? Or no?
Yeah. The luge is when they have like that little sled and it's just one dude that's like.
Right.
I like watching
70.
They go fast. They go flying.
Oh man, dude, it's amazing. Like I remember like growing up to watch that movie, Jamaican Bobsled Team. Cool Runnings, man, and that just got me so amped up. Have you ever seen that, Moneyball?
I've seen clips of that.
Yeah,
dude, that
fantastic
I've
movie.
Always liked the Winter Olympics. I thought all those sports, man,
being a hockey fan, it does get me pretty jazzed up. And I have some predictions. So I believe the odds are, the women are far and away. The U.S. women are a huge favorite to win gold, with Canada being like a close second. But for the men, it's a pretty tight tournament. I believe the odds are, I'm not going to have the exact odds, but Canada's as the leader in the clubhouse. They're a slight minus, I think like 120. US was close to plus 1 or plus 200 on the money line. Those teams far and away have by far the most like stacked, pretty much NHL All-Stars like throughout their entire lineup at all positions.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I've wondered this for a long time.
Yeah,
when was the last time it wasn't Canada or USA on the men's side? Like
never. Like they're always like before like favored. I mean, the only time in my life I remember one of them not winning was Dominik Hasek with Czechoslovakia. They had at that time it was Czech Republic. No, it was Czechoslovakia first, then Czech Republic. But now it's Czechia. But regardless, that team back when I was a kid, this might have been before you were alive, bro. Like they had Hasek in goal, Jaromir Jagr, like Robert Reichel, and like that was it. Like they had like 3, albeit 2 really good NHL players. But they literally, Dominik Hasek like stood on his head and like literally won. Like they beat Canada in a shootout where he like shut the door and like stopped everybody for them to win like 1-0. They could only manage 1 goal, and that was the game to go to the gold medal game. They took out Canada. And it was like because Dominik Hasek, and it was like when the game was on, it was like real late. It was like in the middle of the night when it was live, and I watched the tape of it like the next morning. Like my mom or somebody had VHS'd it for me. Yeah, Hasek just didn't let a goal in, man. He was just unbeatable, and which was pretty cool because he was obviously the Sabres goaltender at the time.
Yeah, that is dope.
But that's like the only time I remember either the U.S. or Canada not winning, like in the past probably 20-some years, if not longer. And that probably was in like the late 90s, I would say, pretty close to it. So I'll have to look that up. I mean, yeah, dude, if you look at the roster, those teams are both incredibly stacked. Sweden stacked, Finland stacked, all those teams. Czechia actually this year has a pretty good team. Like they have a good amount of mix of NHL players and also players that are playing professionally over there. But they play a really good like system. So a lot of people are actually picking them to maybe like podium, which would be a pretty major upset, at least by the odds. But for my money, I actually picked the game. So I have the USA women to win gold. And I think they're like 70% likely to win the gold. So no surprise there. I'm not going to pretend to know too many of the players on the women's side. But on the men's side, even though I think Canada arguably has the better scoring prowess at the forward rank, I think that the U.S. has almost as good a forwards led by Eichel is going to be probably your first line center. Austin Matthews, your second line center. Tage Thompson is on this team. He's probably going to play fourth line center. So it's not like they have bums. Yeah. Where I think the USA may have just a little bit of an edge, where Canada has, McDavid and Crosby and McKinnon, maybe just slightly better scoring. I like the US's. I think they're slightly better at defense and in goal. So when you factor in both teams are completely stacked at forward, it's almost a wash. Maybe Canada's slightly more skilled and faster. I think the USA has a decided advantage in goal and defense. So when that comes down to it in a tight game, I'm going to actually pick the USA, not trying to be a homer. I'm going to pick them to win the gold. I think Canada will be there, go up against them to win silver. And I'm going to pick the Rasmus Dahlin-led Sweden team to finish third. Sweden is pretty much all NHL players as well as Finland. So those four, the big four, if you will, are pretty much all NHL players. But I expect it to be a really good game. And then as far as I have 2 other picks that I made. I like Nathan McKinnon to lead the tournament in points, both goals and assists. And then as far as the MVP, staying with the theme of USA bringing home that gold medal, I really like the Hughes brother. I believe it's
Luke Hughes.
Yeah, the defenseman Hughes.
Luke Hughes.
On the back end. Dude, he's phenomenal. He's literally I saw a statistic the other day. Listen to this. This is crazy. So he got traded earlier this year from Vancouver to the Minnesota Wild. At the time of that trade, Minnesota Wild's defensemen were dead last in total points, like in the NHL. Since he's been on the teams, it's been about 20 25 games. It was like towards the beginning of the season. The Minnesota Wild are now number 1 in defenseman scoring.
Really?
That's pretty crazy, bro.
That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
actually.
Right. So
Wow.
I like Hughes, man. And they actually, not for nothing, now he's chopped liver. Jack Hughes, who is the center, he's their number 3 center potentially. Or if you're not going to, maybe he's not a center, you also have Dylan Larkin. So the USA has some boys, okay?
Some dogs, for sure,
They got
dude.
some dogs, man. But yeah, what do you think? You going to be watching some puck?
Oh, I watched it last year. I thought it was insanely hype.
This is even way bigger, bro. Like the Olympics,
Oh, I know.
it's only every 4.
But
Like, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it'll be better for sure. I'm excited. This is the first one the biggest, obviously, one I've tuned into. I like our grit, man. I think the Matthew and his brother, they get the fights going immediately.
Love them.
Dude,
They're big, bro.
That's the attitude we need. We need to beat some Canadian butt, man. Like, give us
They might not fight. Like, obviously that 4 Nations, that the one you're talking about where they had like the back-to-back fights to start the game.
And
that was awesome. I don't know if they do that in the Olympics, but I would love to see it. I think the Olympics have been mainly more a finesse game. But dude, with the Kachucks out there,
who knows?
Know. They might scrap. I hope we see it.
I think we will, dude. I'd be surprised if we don't, to say the least. But I think correct me if I'm wrong too. We scored first in that championship game against Canada last year.
Well, the U.S. won, so the U.S. should be feeling confident. Granted, it was a little bit of watered down rosters. It wasn't like the full Olympic best of the best, like with everybody playing. Yeah, but Mike, I don't know if you heard. So I was giving my picks. USA a slight dog. Canada's about minus 120. I think USA is about plus 2-ish. Then I have USA winning gold medal, Canada and silver, and Sweden led by Rasmus Dahlin winning bronze. Will you be watching the hockey, Mike?
That would probably be the only winter sport that I would watch. Yes.
Okay. I believe it starts tomorrow. I want to say I have to check the schedule.
Although I do like some speed skating. I think some of them,
cool.
Some of them races around that track are pretty cool.
What was it? Jake Paul's girl is in the speed skating.
Yeah.
She's the
February 11th, though. Sean,
is that U.S. Canada? Oh, February 11th. Okay.
Yeah, Finland, Slovakia. Slovakia is plus 285.
For what? In that game?
Yeah, that's surprising.
They don't have many NHL players. They used to. That was like Miroslav Shatan was Slovakian back in the day. Hossa, I believe. Gabrick.
You can get Canada at plus 115. I'm
for
surprised.
What to win the whole thing?
Yeah.
What's USA? Got
plus 175.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's tight. That's tight between those two.
You kind of have to look at that as value for Canada's roster, though. I'm sure so many people are here.
No, listen, I would say most of the money, rightly so, is going on Canada. But I do think that like I told you, I think the USA has the edge in goal and in defense. So
that's a big factor, man. I think if we do play that defense for sure, like that plus 175, I'm just saying I'm surprised they're not minus 115 at least. Yeah. Just for historical dominance and whatever.
Let me ask you this, because you obviously have it in front of you. So after those two, give us all the odds of the tournament for each team. Obviously, you don't have to go past 6 teams.
You're right. Yeah, Sweden would be third right now at plus 650, so you're third pick. Okay. Then Finland being plus 1,000, Switzerland plus 2,500, and then Czech Republic plus 2,500.
After that, I said people pick Czechia to possibly podium. Some experts, which I'm surprised with those odds. But
what's up with Germany?
They play a system.
Aren't there?
Yeah, the German hockey, they have Paterka. They don't they have decent players, but nobody. Oh, they obviously they have Draisaitl, but other than that, they don't. I couldn't tell you more. They have a handful of players. I don't know. Sense. But dude, if you look at USA and Canada's roster, you understand.
Yeah, it's got to be between one of those two at this point. Yeah. I like that. I mean, but having plus odds on either of those two teams, though, shit, dude, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play it myself. So viewers beware. That's good value.
if there was a way to do like almost like a horse, like a quinella, like a exacta box, or U.S. and Canada to finish 1-2 in any order, I'd be betting that. Yeah, see if you could do that. Boxing.
Right.
I mean, that seems like it'd be an easy bet.
DraftKings pretty cool with this. They got stage of elimination too. You can pick what round these teams.
Okay. So that basically you could pick that. You pick both of them to make it to the last round, essentially.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. You could even get really good odds on a crappy team getting out early too on this. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Wow, and then they also do head-to-heads individually for countries of who will advance further. So a lot of bigger favorites on that one, but that's interesting to me. To win a medal, name the finalists. Oh yeah, USA, Canada.
Name the finalists.
You could do Canada to win or USA to win, and then pair it with USA versus Canada, and all of that is plus money.
What was USA to play Canada in the finals? What was that odds?
That's plus 115, the same as Canada winning.
Shit, I would hope that. I wonder if you could same game parlay that and boost it a bit.
You don't see those two being in the final though?
No, I 100% do. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Like plus 115.
I just want to see if maybe I could boost that was like another something else.
Yeah, I would have to look at almost the percentages because I still see hockey percentages too, and if maybe the Olympics, I don't know if that Sweden maybe somehow gets an upset. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Sweden.
I will say, for some reason, the TikTok world treats me like I'm a Patriots fan because I cannot stop seeing Ann Michael May every day. I don't know what it is. I think I like one video. I like wholesome content.
Yay!
Sorry,
I don't hate it.
It's wholesome. Come on, dude. They've been dating since like middle school.
Yeah, I like the old high school couple too. I think it's better than Giselle, and I think the comments are very digging into that of Giselle never made us brownies and all this shit. I think it's
Nice.
I'd keep that going.
A couple things I like about this one. I saw this quickly, like the Bill Belichick coach in the back with one eyeball. Like you gotta love AI. Like a lot of the stuff's funny, but like it's really not. Like
is the one in the arms Belichick's girlfriend?
Where?
Oh, baby.
Maggie.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
See what you did there.
Yes,
I want to know who.
Very nice.
I want to know who knitted that hat for Marge. That's a nice big long hat. I still think it's funny that Tom Brady like has like a mullet and like glasses. Like that's not even.
That's not Tom Brady.
No. That's an 82. That's 82.
Are you Sam Darnold?
I thought it was 12. No, I know my 10. Actually, yeah. Drake looks like he looks like Tom.
That guy does look like Tom Brady though with the glasses. Like it kind of does look like him slightly.
I saw the 2. I thought it was a 12. I thought they brought him in.
Though, it kind of does look like Brady though, like his face.
Well, I did want to end on this here because I did want to I saw this online the other day and I said, wow, I did like those old Bills red helmets. I got to bring this on the show. And then I'm like, wow, I love a lot of these old helmets. I wish they bring more of these back. I do.
I think even my generation agrees with you, Mike. Like we don't like the new modern logos. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone young in this chat, like they're so boring. They get rid of all of their character. It just doesn't make sense to me, man. Like they're going for the most bland looks ever. Like look at even the Super Bowl logo behind me. This is extra. This is what I like to see is like colorful shit. Like give me some more color pops. They got rid of Color Rush. They got rid of breast cancer awareness jerseys. They're getting rid of everything that made this game so fun to watch sometimes, like just for uniform and visual appearances. Like, I don't get why that's such a push for the future to be more modern and sleek. Like the Falcons have gone backwards on a lot of our jerseys. I hate how they look. So I don't know.
I will tell you that the Chargers reminds me of Dan Fouts.
Yeah, that Chargers.
Or Charlie Joyner.
Boomer Esiason, Bengals.
You remember Charlie Joyner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just talked about him. You got a card, didn't you?
So I pull this. I buy this new optic box this week on Optic came out. So I get this autograph and I'm squeezing it and it says Chargers on it. I'm like, oh, I got Justin Herbert. Oh my God. I fucking squeeze it out. It's Charlie Joyner. Great receiver back in the day. But I'll tell you one thing. He must have been held hostage because his signature is like the most fucking, like, I swear he had no, like, they must have been starving him. Like, his finger didn't have enough strength to put a C. Like, he's like, oh, like,
jeez.
And I feel so bad. He's probably like 80 years old. Charlie Joyner, we salute you, my friend.
Yeah.
You were not what I expected in my box, unfortunately. But other than that, I had a great show. You guys have anything
Great
else?
show.
I'm out of slides,
No, man,
man.
it's a
Like, I'm out.
It was a
Man,
blast.
let's just-
Thanks, everybody.
It's a
joining.
good game, man. I'm glad it's not the Broncos. We got the healthier teams. Let's see it.
All right, we'll end it on. Listen, the Simpsons predict pretty much everything, so.
True.
This is our moment. We got